Ladies, I turn on the show. All right, so I don't do a lot of these because I stink at fucking predicting who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. But there's nothing going on today. Not even the fucking White Sox played a game today. So I guess I'm gonna fucking preview the NBA Finals. Again, I'm terrible at these. So I feel like all of the very well educated people are going with the Warriors to win the game, to win the finals, and all of the like the what's the word I want to use? What's the word? Not pendejos, but like casual fans. They're going with the Celtics. And last year was the same thing. I felt all the like super diehard fans, the educated fans, went with the Suns, and all the casual fans went with the Bucks, and the Bucks ended up winning. Oh man, I don't know, man. Is it like March Madness, right, where the super diehard fans always lose, and the casual fans get more stuff right? I don't know, man. Like I was talking to like a lot of like educated fans, and they're going with the Warriors, and a lot of casual fans are going with the Celtics. I can see the Celtics winning this shit because they can get aggressive and like physical with them. That's the thing with the Warriors, right? They're skinny. That's what they call, right, skinny jean guys. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. You know, outside Andrew Wiggins, outside of Draymond Green, it's a bunch of skinny jean guys. So I think a lot of people say like if they can get physical with them, Jaylen Brown, especially like, Al Horford has a huge advantage. I don't think nobody's going to be able to fucking. Now he did have a huge advantage versus Miami with Bam Adebayo, and he didn't have a great series. Now he did have one versus Milwaukee. He had like a one game when he has 25 points versus Milwaukee. But yeah, he didn't have a very good series versus Miami that Al Horford. But he could be a huge difference maker with that big size. Robert Williams defensively at least can be. Now he's not healthy, but maybe get a little bit more healthy these next few days until Thursday. Marcus Smart, same thing. He looked pretty good though on last night. He's finally maybe getting healthy. But yeah, man, they could get physical with them, and that could be how the Celtics win this. But the Warriors can also play defense, man, and we got Celtics have that experience, right? This is 6 finals in 8 years for Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry, and then Coach Steve Kerr. Coach Steve Kerr's been in multiple finals, both as a player with the Chicago Bulls and San Antonio Spurs, and now this is 6 finals as a head coach for the Golden State Warriors, man. A lot of fucking experience on Golden State. This is year 6 for a lot of those guys, or final 6 for a lot of those guys, where it's just finals 1 for Ime Udoka, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Even Al Horford has been in the league for the longest time. It's going to be his first finals. Marcus Smart, same thing. It's going to be his first finals. So yeah, man, definitely the experience on the Warriors side when it comes to being the finals. Man, it's going to be tough, man. Everybody is saying 7, whether they pick the Celtics or the Warriors. They are 7 games. The thing here is that the Celtics did lose a lot of games at home, right? That game, they lost obviously game 1 versus Miami. They lost game 6, which a lot of people have them winning versus Miami. That forced a game 7. Also, I think they lost a terrible game at what was it, game 5 versus Milwaukee. They were winning by like 18 and they lost. So they have known for losing a lot of games at home. And that's, you want to avoid having to win as many games as possible in San Francisco if you're Boston. So they got to do a much better job in this series of taking care of home court advantage, man. They got to get those games at home, man. If they go down 2-0, they could be in trouble because they're known to losing in Boston. So they could maybe go down 3-1, maybe win a game and then lose another one, like maybe win game 3 and then lose 4 in Boston. That's going to be the biggest concern for Boston. I think one of the biggest concerns is that they're the last 2 rounds versus Milwaukee and Miami, they struggle protecting home court. And then the turnovers, right? They turn the ball over too much, man. I think in game 3, where they got not destroyed, but for a little bit they were getting destroyed. That was the game that I think they had like 23 turnovers, and I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum combined for 13 of those 23, and then Tatum had 7 in game 6. That's the thing. They got to take care of the basketball, man. They can't be doing all these turnovers that they were doing with Miami. Miami's limited. Tyler Hero was hurt. Kyle Lowry's washed. outside of Jimmy Butler and maybe Ben Adebayo, they didn't have a lot of options offensively, where obviously Golden State does with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, all these guys. They have got to do Jonathan Kuminga. They got to do a much better job of taking care of the basketball, because if you thought it was a problem versus Miami, it's definitely going to be a problem versus the Golden State Warriors, who actually have a fucking high-power offense. Those are the two things that really worry me if I'm Boston. The lack of taking care of home court advantage or protecting home court advantage, and as many times as they turn the fucking basketball over. Because the Warriors, ooh, man, they're going to eat them alive if they're turning the basketball over. That's where the Warriors can really kick their ass. It can go from a fucking 5-point game to a fucking 15-point game in a heartbeat with the way the Warriors can score, especially off turnovers. Oh, man. And the Warriors, like I said, their Achilles heel could be like the size, right? They're not as big as strong, right? Like they could struggle with guys. Marcus Smart can get a physical. Robert Williams, Al Horford, even Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Kind of like the Celtics did in 2016, right? Where they got kind of physical with them. Not the Celtics, the Cavaliers got physical with them in 2016. So, I mean, it's probably going to come down to that, man. Like, can the Celtics protect home court? Can they protect the basketball? Which that's a huge question for me. Can they protect the basketball? And then could the Warriors overcome the defense, the aggression and the size disadvantage from the Celtics, man? I'm going to say Warriors in 7. I think they got more of a complete team. Now, I do like the bench, but at least 2 guys off the bench from the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard and Derek White. But for some reason, the last 2 games versus Miami, they stopped using Peyton Pritchard. I don't know why. They got to go back to using Peyton Pritchard along with Derek White. But, man, the Warriors are so fucking deep, man. You got fucking Jordan Poole and Jonathan Kuminga coming off the bench. They're saying Gary Payton's also going to be back. Jesus Christ, you got Curry, Thompson, Wiggins, Draymond Green. Kevon Looney all of a sudden was getting double-doubles. There's so much of a juggernaut, man. Even Kevon Looney, I think, how many finals has he been in? He's been in a few, I think. So that's the thing about the Warriors, man, that they just know how to develop these guys. Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan, everybody's been developed. Like, outside of Andrew Wiggins, I think they're all drafted and developed. Outside of Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Thompson, Curry, Kuminga, Jordan Poole, Kevon Looney, James Wiseman, who's not even playing. But yeah, man, I think the Warriors in 7. But we'll see what happens. I do think the Celtics have a chance. I think if they can get physical and that can bother Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins and all these guys. Just that, I named so many things. There's so many different options on the Warriors, man. It's so hard. Maybe if Steph Curry can, he's been struggling this year a little bit with I think he's not shooting that many threes this year. He's struggling or making them. So maybe that's going to force him to put his head down and attack the rim. And that's maybe what the Celtics can get a little bit more physical with Steph Curry if his 3 is not falling and he's got to put the ball down and attack the rim. And the Warriors can maybe bump him a little bit. I don't know, man. I think the Warriors in 7. But I do give the Celtics a chance, especially if they are able to successfully get physical with them and kind of knock them around a little bit like the Cavaliers did in 2016. But yeah, the biggest key for the Celtics is do not turn the basketball over. If they turn the basketball over, these games might even be blowouts, man. You already know the fucking Warriors are taking advantage of those turnovers. So yeah, Warriors in 7. We'll see what the hell happens. Until next time, thank you. The fuck?